The ultimate question in spirituality is when I say I, what am I pointing to? So there's no me that's holding on to joy. You know, the joy that I am expressing to you is just the joy of being. And what I mean by that is it's the joy that I am. In other words, have you ever had like a nature moment or a moment in time or a moment where you stepped out of time and you felt very present and there was just peace for like kind of no reason? Did you ever experience something like that? No reason. That was a transcendent satori moment when you got to see the self, when you got to experience your true self. You know what I mean? There was no you seeing the self. You are the self. You understand that? You are the self. You're not viewing the self. Then there would be two of you. And so what you're seeing is all of this mind stuff for a moment fall away, time fall away, and you come present into the moment, and your true nature is just there, of peacefulness and joyfulness, without any effort. And then what happened? The mind came back, you came back into time-based reality, and you were back into identification with mind. That moment is the opposite of identification with mind. And so it's going to take you some time to even understand this language, and you know what I mean, like, but it's self is aware of mind. Okay? Self, peaceful, joyful, just what it is. Without any effort, it doesn't have to do anything to be what it already is. Okay? Self is aware of mind. All right? For most people, mind and self are the same thing. That is the misunderstanding. And so the mind, when the mind acts up, the joy is gone. It's like the moon behind the clouds. The moon is always the moon. The moon doesn't have to work to be the moons. The cloud comes, the mind, and it obscures the moon in the same way. But the moon is still there. The moon is always there. And so what's happening is that the self is the self. You've always been the self. There has never been a time that you have not been the self. But the mind come and obscure the self. And so you don't experience the self directly. You experience the self through the mind, and the mind makes all these great reasons to be upset and feel pain and all of this stuff. So that separation, are you getting cold? Yeah, you want to put that up one? Okay. You know, so it's the whole it's what I'm trying to describe to you is ineffable. It can't be described in words. When you directly experience it, there will be no doubt in your mind, and you've had moments of that. That transcendent state, that enlightened state is what you are. The rest is just a story in your head. That's all. And we have amazing stories about our world, about ourselves. And we live like these stories are real. And we lose touch with the self. The self could care less about any of that.